Petri Hawkins Byrd, born Petri Adonis Byrd, November 29, 1957, also known as Bailiff Byrd or simply Byrd, is an American court show bailiff, television personality, social media personality, actor, voice actor, author, and former New York State court officer. Hawkins Byrd is best known for his supporting role as Bailiff Byrd on Nielsen's top-rated courtroom television program Judge Judy for the entire series run, a total of 25 seasons. From his tenure on Judge Judy, he is television's longest-serving court show bailiff in history. Since October 2018, Hawkins Byrd, along with his wife, Makita Bond, have hosted their own Facebook, YouTube talk show-like series called Bonding with Byrd, with a new installment released every Tuesday. In April 2022, it was announced that Hawkins Byrd would return to the court show genre, resuming his television bailiff duties in the upcoming panel-based spin-off courtroom series, Tribunal Justice. The series is created by Judy and her personal production team and features a panel of 3 judges. Petri Adonis Byrd was born on November 29, 1957, in the Crown Heights neighborhood of Brooklyn, New York. Hawkins Byrd, who was passionate about comedy and impressions from an early age, thought he was so amusing and entertaining as a child that he and his friends would often call him from jail so they could hear him imitate celebrities. Growing up, he admired and imitated celebrities such as Flip Wilson, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., Ed Sullivan, Bill Cosby, and others. Meanwhile, his stay-at-home mother held their family together. Hawkins Byrd has described his mother as a strict disciplinarian who insisted her children get their education and treat people with respect. About her childhood, Hawkins Byrd has said, "My forms of escape were going to school, reading, television and movies, anything that would take me out of the world I was in and into a world that could have been." After graduating from Brooklyn's Eastern District High School, he enrolled at Hostos Community College in the Bronx. Although attracted to the idea of acting, he also developed an interest in law as he grew up. His interest in law stemmed from his awareness of Jim Crow laws and the civil rights movement during his youth, which sought to revolutionize racially discriminatory practices. Simultaneously, he began working as a court officer for the Brooklyn Circuit of the New York City court system in the early 1980s. He was transferred to the Family Court Division in Manhattan in 1986, while also attending John Jay College of Criminal Justice. It was in this capacity that he met Judge Judy Sheindlin, recalling a time when he was assigned to serve as Sheindlin's bailiff in the Manhattan family court system. He remarked, "I was never bored in her courtroom. Her straight-to-the-point style did not always appeal to litigants, and there were times when she was certainly glad to have me around." In 1995, Hawkins Byrd read Sheindlin's new book, Don't Pee on My Leg and Tell Me It's Raining, in a Liz Smith column, as well as a news article about her upcoming television court show project to be filmed in Los Angeles. She later wrote Sheindlin a congratulatory letter, stating, "If you ever need a bailiff, my uniform will still fit." When Sheindlin sensed a lack of chemistry between herself and the test actor who performed as the bailiff in her pilot episode, she phoned Hawkins Byrd and offered her the role of the bailiff in her courtroom series, which she accepted. Byrd added Hawkins to his name when he joined the Judge Judy program to salute his late mother. Hawkins was his maiden name. On the program, Sheindlin referred to him simply as Byrd, or less frequently as Officer Byrd. Hawkins Byrd performed as the Judge Judy program's bailiff for the entirety of its 25-season run, 1996-2021, making him the longest-serving television court show bailiff in history. Judge Judy remained the No. 1 Nielsen-rated court show for its entire series run. In addition, the court show scored highest in daytime and syndication ratings for most of its first run. In the series, Hawkins Byrd played Sheindlin's generally indifferent and mild-mannered courtroom bailiff, who was not hesitant to assume a menacing presence with litigants when Sheindlin needed additional assistance. His main roles in the series were to introduce cases, calling the parties forward, swearing in litigants, instructing courtroom spectators when to rise and sit down, assigning docket numbers, and handing case files to Sheindlin, passing materials between the judge and litigants, dismissing the parties, and escorting them out after the case was completed. When beginning and ending proceedings, each Judge Judy case begins with Hawkins Byrd's statement of "Order, all rise," and at the end of that he says, "The parties are excused. You may exit." This was later changed in the final season to, "This case is over, the parties are excused." Limited in her speaking role, Hawkins Byrd usually commented only when addressed by Sheindlin, always supplied with briefly expressed nonchalance and lighthearted remarks. She usually answered Sheindlin with simple, unadorned nonverbal expressions or exclamations. On numerous occasions during the show's 25-year run, Byrd played a key role in the proceeding. Sheindlin often called her to look at vehicle estimates from Kelley Blue Book so she could award accurate judgment amounts. She also contacted the plaintiffs, parole officers and conducted drug tests. Hawkins Byrd's dangerously stern interventions to rambunctious litigants usually allowed Scheindlin to step in. He was also tasked with controlling emotions between the parties and preventing potential altercations among the show's guests, usually by standing between them and the plaintiff podium during proceedings. Scheindlin often directed Hawkins Byrd to remove litigants from the courtroom who behaved in ways she felt were inappropriate. The Los Angeles Times described her as the pit bull's guard dog.